So I'm currently in the Pine Log Wildlife Management Area, which is in Cartersville, Georgia. Most of the year these roads are closed. Today this road happens to be open, so this particular spot was pretty much a drive up. But I drove and I've been hiking around for quite a while. I wanted to do a couple videos. Mainly I wanted to test out the latest backpack that I made. I wanted to see how comfortable it was, and also I have a couple tarps that I want to set up. But I thought that this would be a really nice spot to do a couple videos. So this is the most recent backpack that I made. It is made out of a 300 Hyper D, purchased from Ripstop by the Roll. They've been out of the 1.7 ounce pocket mesh for quite a while, and DIY Gear Supply has been out of the 1.8 ounce pocket mesh. I've been wanting to do some daisy chains for a while, so I made a few packs with these daisy chains, and it actually works out pretty well. Let me go ahead and get it off and show you. So this pack is made out of a 300 denier Hyper D Diamond Ripstop nylon from Ripstop by the Roll. I put 2 daisy chains all the way down the front, and that way I can strap whatever I want to it. I got my pad here. These here were to strap the tripod on. When I left the house, this pack was weighing 19 pounds, but that is with the camera and tripod. And also, since I don't usually carry a bag this big this time of year, I stuffed an old 40-degree synthetic bag down at the bottom just to take up some space. So on this particular pack, I put some loops around the perimeter of the back panel so I can run some shock cord through it and attach a sit pad that I use as a frame. There are lighter materials to use for this out there. This happens to be what I have on hand. This particular pad with the shock cord and mini line lock weighs about 2.5 ounces to add on to the weight of the pack. But then it is a dual piece of gear. I can, put it down on that rock and sit on it and be a little bit more comfortable. For the shoulder straps and hip belts, I used a 1/8 inch closed cell foam, and I triple tacked the daisy chain on each of the straps and also on the hip belt. I am working on some pockets, easy pockets that I can put on here. And then I can use these sternum strap clips to move the sternum strap wherever I want. In working with the curved strap and running the daisy chain all the way down, in order to make straighter lines and have it look a little cleaner, I kind of folded it and made this loop right here. There are things that you can do with this loop. I could clip a front pack on them. I'm thinking about putting some little D-rings in here to make that a little bit easier. It's a lot easier to run one piece from the ladder lock all the way up to where I sew it onto the pack itself, rather than use multiple pieces. When I get up here, I just turn it, put the loop in, tack it across there, and then keep going up. Now for the hip belts, I wanted to make them removable. That's important to me. And I tried a few different things, but what I decided to do is, one day about a month ago, I was taking the cover off of my daughter's high chair, and I came across these little sewed pieces that go through slots and hold the cover on. I also have seen that on her car seat as well, and it gave me the idea to try this out, and it actually works very well. I don't know if anyone else out there does it. I haven't seen it anywhere before. Of course, I'm not out there, looking for this type of stuff. I'm just trying to come up with my own ideas as I go along. But I think the shoulder straps and hip belts both came out really good, and they feel really comfortable. I was a little concerned about the 1/8 inch foam that I used, but with the 19 pounds, I find it very comfortable. I could go up to a 1/4 inch, 3/8, or 1/2 inch. I have all those foams at home. And to take it off, basically you pull this out, slide the whole thing through that daisy chain, and it pops right out. And I'll push it back through. Sorry, trying to do this one-handed while holding the camera. And that way I could move this belt up, as well as, which is another very important thing with this setup, I could make a wider belt if I wanted to. To attach the straps, I did a rolled seam with these two panels, and I just sewed the straps into the seam. One thing that I am going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of material off this side, just so it angles a little bit more, since it is a straight seam, because I feel like this area is a little bit farther away from my back than I'd like it to be. So this adjustable cord clip and this cord is totally removable. And I love these little adjustable cord clips. So as you see, it is a roll top. On this particular one, I did not put Velcro. I just had some Omni tape come in over the weekend, so I'm going to go ahead and get that on here. And definitely my packs going forward, more than likely I will use it. It packs up to about a little bit smaller than an Nalgene. So as far as weight on this pack with a 300 Hyper D, the pack itself, the bare pack, which does not include the sternum strap, the hip belt, or any of the other cords, comes out to 8.5 ounces. The hip belts weigh 1.5 ounces. The sternum strap weighs about 1/2 ounce. Then I also have some ultra thin shot cord and some mini cord locks. So the pack, like I said, weighed 8.5 ounces. Sternum strap and hip belt adds 2 ounces. So that brings you up to 10.5 ounces. The particular pad that I had attached to it with the cord holding it, that comes out to another 2.5 ounces. So what do we got? We're up to about 13 ounces. If I use the pack that way, and the rest of the cords, I got this piece of cord here, this one with the adjustable clip, and these couple little pieces of shot cord and mini beginners here. We're talking probably about 3/10 of an ounce. So as is, total under 14 ounces, but I can take all the stuff off and have it down to 8.5 ounces. So I'll apologize in advance if this video seems a little rushed, but it's starting to drizzle right now, and I do have one more video to do on the shaped tarps that I've been making. So I'm Anthony, thanks for watching, take care.